By the way, as a side note, I don't know if you guys are aware or if you've seen, Mercedes-Benz South Africa has gone ahead and slashed pricing on all of their models, specifically the C-Class, right? They have slashed prices for that C-Class up to 122,000 Rand off. That's what they've done now, because obviously the Chinese are offering value. Right, you guys, bright and early this morning, we are out on location for the launch of, what are we launching today?
BYD.
BYD?
Yes.
Okay, Sea Lion 5. So we're here for the Sea Lion 5. It's BYD's super plug-in hybrid. I don't know what the super part means or represents, but we are going to find out today. We are at a very, very nice joint here. I'm sure you saw the price of that. It is quite good. It's not what we expected. 499,900, less than 500,000 Rand for a plug-in hybrid. It is a super plug-in hybrid. I'm just not sure what that means. Obviously, they didn't explain what the super plug-in hybrid part of it means, but hopefully we are smart enough to figure it out. I'll rub two brain cells together and figure out what that essentially means. So I've just gotten into the car and I'm riding passenger for now, and first things first, the seat in this thing feels so classic, and let me explain what I mean by that. So I'm a big fan of old Mercedes-Benz cars, and those old Mercs have spring-loaded seats, and this is what that feels like. Imagine your grandmother's couch, the one everyone loves to sit on, the one that's really, really soft and cushy. That is what this feels like. And I must be honest with you, I haven't experienced this in any other modern car, and I drive modern cars every single week. It's only the old cars, the old Mercs, the old Cadillacs and Rolls and stuff that had those spring-loaded seats where when you get in there, it's like you bouncing on a nice cushy seat, and this has that. So I think we're off to a good start, and it is a good sign. No?
Yeah, very comfortable actually. I'm really surprised.
I'm glad he agrees. Right, so we are behind the wheel now, which I've been waiting for. And I must be honest, full disclosure, I have driven BYD products before, and I'm a big fan of their products. Not only because I'm a big advocate for Chinese vehicles, obviously because of the value proposition. They do offer phenomenal value for money, and so does this. But BYD, in my opinion, is one of those brands that just build good cars. When you drive a BYD product, you know you're driving BYD product. I mean, for instance, I drove the Shark. I think it's a Shark 6 or just the Shark, the Bakkie, the fastest Bakkie in the land right now. And the biggest takeaway for me when I drove that vehicle was just the build quality. It is right there at the top, and I couldn't say which is better between that and the Raptor, because the Raptor is a solid vehicle. It's such a good vehicle. It drives so well. It's just built so well. It's a comfortable car to just drive around. It's one of the best next to the BYD Shark in terms of all of that stuff. So BYD is known for that. I've also driven their Sea Lion, I think it's called. I don't know the names because it's all just aquatic animals, like sea creatures, but it's a sedan. So the sedan was pretty good. And I've just come to know the brand as a good brand with build quality and driver comfort and just the car that you drive and you feel like it's going to be around for a long time. That's what this feels like. And this is no difference. For less than 500,000 Rand, 499,900, you're getting a full-on plug-in hybrid. The range here, by the way, is 900 kilometers. So just got the car, 900 Ks of range, which is brilliant. I mean, that's what plug-in hybrids do. I mean, other brands are giving you over 1,000 Ks. I've driven the Mercedes C9, the Cherry Tiggo 9, basically the same car. And you get over 1,000 kilometers of range in those vehicles. I haven't charged this. I haven't made sure that everything is fully charged, battery, fuel tank. So it could be the case that this is also more than 1,000 kilometers of range. I just grabbed the vehicle and left. I don't know what they did, but when I grabbed the vehicle, it was 900 Ks. So that is brilliant. And to pay less than half a bar for all of this, for me, is just it's a no-brainer. Yeah, comfort is the biggest thing here for me. My co-driver also said the same thing. Comfort is just, it's such a comfortable car. The seats are so nice. The drive is so nice. And do we know torque and kilowatts?
We don't yet.
We don't. So the guys at BYD never whispered in our ear and told us what we're looking at in terms of torque and kilowatts. But I mean, it is enough for driving daily. When you give it gas like I'm doing now and you give it stick, the engine comes on, which is what we're experiencing now. And you can actually hear it. But when you're driving the car like a normal person, you don't hear anything. And it's such a peaceful and comfortable drive. Let's talk a bit about interior build quality, right? And the materials used. Obviously, this isn't full-on real leather. This is artificial leather. And they didn't try to hide that from us. They were very honest about that. It is artificial leather, but so is everything else that you drive. It's all artificial leather, and you cannot perceive the difference. So that's not an issue. I do appreciate the fact that they have put buttons in the center console. So there are a few buttons, aircon on and off, driver mode. You can switch your driver modes. You can up your volume or down your volume. You do have a rotary dial sort of wheel on here for volume, which you honestly don't get in cars these days, especially modern cars with these big screens. The only person who can adjust the volume is the driver on the steering wheel, which for me is just the most foolish thing ever. So I do appreciate the fact that they have put a wheel here where the passenger can increase or decrease the volume if you need to do that. And you can also switch between EV mode and hybrid mode. So if you want to drive in full-on EV mode, because it is a plug-in hybrid, you can stick it into full-on EV mode, go to work and back with the charge that you have, and charge the vehicle at home. The nice thing here that BYD has done, and I think a lot of these Chinese manufacturers are doing with their new cars, Leap Motor I think is doing it as well. BYD is doing it with that small little BYD. I drove it in Cape Town. The video is up on the YouTube if you want to watch it. It's the most affordable EV in South Africa. Go check that out. But what they've done here is that they include a wall charger box for home charging. So that comes part of the package for less than half a bar, 499,900. You do get that. You do get the vehicle to load plug.
And what does V2L stand for? It stands for vehicle to load. And that obviously comes with what we call a 3 to 7 charger. In other words, the gun that goes into the actual socket, and then the South African 3-point plug. No adapters required. That comes with the car in the boot.
Which essentially turns the vehicle into a big generator. So you can plug things in, you can charge things using your car. And I mean, that's a brilliant thing to have in a country like ours where blackouts just happened randomly, right? We haven't had load shedding in a while, but I don't trust those guys. I don't trust that they won't bring it back. I know you guys as well. I mean, with all the rains and stuff and the storms happening now in summer, we are having blackouts. I've had a blackout for a couple of hours because of the whole storm thing. So that whole vehicle to load thing is a brilliant thing in our country. And I mean, if you're the kind of person who goes out camping and does all that kind of stuff and you own one of these, you can plug your stuff in. The one thing we're yet to experience is rear legroom. So BYD has been ranting and raving about the amount of space in this vehicle and the legroom. I mean, I can see it from here. The back seat of this thing is so spacious. You can see the legroom there. It's plenty of legroom. And it's really a comfortable space to be in. And you know what? I keep ranting on about the Chinese, but so many Chinese brands and vehicles are just literally ticking all the boxes. I mean, I drove the Geely recently, the Geely SUV. There's a hybrid version of it and there's an EV version of the car. I drove that and I sat in the back, and it literally is very similar to this. It's not the same car, obviously, but all I'm saying is that vehicle as well offered a ton of space in the rear. And when you look at the car from the outside, it doesn't look like the most spacious car, but it really, really is. And when you compare that to your legacy brands from Germany, I'm not going to name any names, those brands, you literally need to buy the biggest SUV on offer or one of the large SUVs to get the same level of rear space. And obviously these are family cars, right? People that buy SUVs, it's because you got a family, you got kids, and you do want that rear space. We are under the sky right now because we do have a panoramic glass roof. All of these things are standard, which you would ordinarily pay for if you were driving a German branded vehicle. By the way, as a side note, I don't know if you guys are aware or if you've seen, Mercedes-Benz South Africa has gone ahead and slashed pricing on all of their models, specifically the C-Class, right? We have been taken for a ride by these brands, specifically Mercedes-Benz. The C-Class is built in South Africa. It is produced in East London. We were paying over a bar for a C-Class. They have slashed prices for that C-Class up to 122,000 Rand off. That's what they've done now. Because obviously the Chinese are offering value, which is why I'm a big fan of Chinese brands. It's value for money. So they had to do something, and they've dropped their prices on their vehicles, which I never thought I'd see the day. I never thought I'd see that happening. I never thought I'd see them doing that. But then it leaves one question on the table, right? What happens to all the guys who have actually bought those cars, all the people who bought C-Classes at the exorbitant rates that they've been charging people? What happens there? Are they going to make right with those people? I doubt it, because the whole price cutting and reduction of pricing has not been made public by them. They haven't said anything about that. So for me, it's a bit unfair. And to think that even after reducing pricing on the C-Class by 122,000 Rand, I think it is, they're still making a profit. It's not like they're running at a loss. They're still making a profit off a vehicle that is produced right here in South Africa. So no import costs, import duties like these cars, Chinese cars and other cars. Yeah, it makes you wonder, but it also just annoys me, if I'm being honest with you. Right, you guys, we've come to the end of the video. I hope you liked it. I hope you got value out of it. This is value for money, if you ask me. Less than half a bar for this. You've got the space, you've got the comfort, you've got the fuel economy and the fuel range. Please drop a like if you did enjoy the video and got value out of it, and subscribe to the channel. Love ya.